Welcome students in the next part of the chapter, the last lesson. Previously we saw how the narrator Franz is confused, how he was shocked by knowing the news from his teacher that they are not going to read French anymore, and he started regretting because he for not being serious in his studies and for wasting his time instead of studying. So let us see what here the narrator wants to say. My books that had seemed such a nuisance a while ago, so heavy to carry, my grammar and my history of the scenes were old friends now that I couldn't give up. And M. Hamel too, the idea that he was going away, that I should never see him again, made me forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Oh man, it was in honor of this last lesson that he had put on his fine Sunday clothes. And now I understood why the old man of village was sitting there in the back of the room. It was because they were sorry too that they had not gone to school more. So here what the narrator wants to say that a day before or a few moments back, a few minutes back, this the books which he was carrying was a type of nuisance for him. It was a type of problem or burden for him, that carrying books, and it was very heavy for him. The grammar books, the history books, everything was like a very big burden for him. It was problem for him. But as soon as he came to know that his teacher is going and new teacher is coming and they will not get another chance to read French, the same thing, the same books, grammar books, the history books were now it appeared as a friend to him. He started considering them as his best friends, whom he could never leave. And here the writer wants to show the change in Franz's attitude towards study after hearing the news that he could not learn French any longer. There was a sudden change in the mind, in the attitude of Franz. And again the idea that Mr. Hamel will move, his teacher M. Hamel is going to move and he is not going to see him again anymore. All these things, he made him forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was, how short tempered he was. So this news that his teacher was leaving also had an impact on him. He did not want him to go away. Although the rapport with them, with the teacher was not good, he was very scared of his teacher, and his teacher was also cranky, that is short tempered. Here, cranky means short tempered. But still, after knowing the news, getting the news about the teacher that he is not going to teach anymore, he is going to leave, he developed a sort of liking for his teacher. And he started loving his teacher, and he no longer thought that the teacher was short tempered and strict. So his attitude changed within that specific moment. Now what happened? Now he thought that why, now he came to know, now he was his confusion was clear, that why these people have gathered here and why M. Hamel was wearing his best dress in honor of his last lesson, because it was his last lesson. That's why he was wearing that best dress. And the Sunday dress or Sunday clothes means the best dress. Why he is wearing that best dress? Because today it was his last day. And here Franz also realized that village people were also sitting here to pay respect to this teacher and to say thank Mr. Hamel for his services of 40 years there. And again they were also regretting that they wasted their time and they did not pay attention to they didn't took the studies seriously. Now coming on to the next page, it was their way of thanking our master for It was their way of thanking our master for his 40 years of faithful services and of showing their respect for the country that was there no more. So in this way they came and they paid respect by their presence, and they also thanked the teacher for giving services for 40 years to them. And this here the narrator shows the emotions with the country and love for the country. The patriotic emotions are expressed here. So here they started regretting the things, and they were gathered there. The old village people were gathered there to show respect to the teacher, and also they wanted to show respect to their country, their language, and they were sad as their mother tongue French was no longer to be taught. So they were gathered there to give respect to the country, to the teacher who gave them services for about 40 years. While I was thinking of all this, I heard my name called. It was my turn to recite. What would I not have given to be able to say that grateful rule for the participle although very loud and clear and without one mistake. But I got mixed up on the first words and stood there, holding on my desk, my heart beating and not daring to look up. I heard M. Hamel say to me, I won't scold you, little Franz. You must feel bad enough. See how it is. Every day we have said to ourselves, Bah, I have plenty of time. I'll learn it tomorrow. So now what happened? The teacher called out Franz. He was thinking about all these things. Immediately immediately his name was called out, and it was his turn to recite. And it was his turn to recite, and here it was very frightening for him that again he is going to he is not able to explain the rules of participles. He was very much afraid. So he was not able to recite the topic, but his teacher wanted him to recite the topic in one go and without any mistake. But his desperation here in this lines, his desperation is reflected in his willingness to give away all that he had in return for reciting the lesson well. So he wanted to recite, but he was afraid. He wanted to recite the thing very nicely so that he can impress his teacher. He wanted to give his best at that time when his name was called, and his desperation is there here. So and without one mistake he wanted to recite all the things. So all these things, that is a dreadful rule for the participles all through, very loud and clear and without one mistake. So he wanted to recite everything without mistake. He wanted to be loud, he wanted to be clear, he wanted to get rid of his fears about the rule of participles. So this all here it explains, or it reflects his willingness to give away all that he had in return for the reciting the lessons. Now, but I got upon the first words and mixed up on the first words and stood there holding on to my desk, my heart beating and not daring to look up. So here Franz did not know the lesson because he was confused. He never studied nicely and clearly and seriously. So here Franz was very much confused and did not know the lesson, and he stood quietly. There his heart was beating fast. He was ashamed of himself and did not have the courage to face his teacher, because here he wanted to give the best but he was unable to give his best. Why? Because here he didn't know the language, he was not very clear about that, he was confused, and so he stood quiet and mum there, and he was also ashamed of his activity. And at that time what happened, Mr. Hamel said something. M. Hamel said that I won't scold you. He said that he is not going to scold him anymore. He is not going to scold him for not reading, for not reciting the things. Mr. Hamel said that he want to make him realize his mistake. and by not scolding him, he want to only realize his mistake. Every day Franz told himself that he would study the next day, and now opportunity to study had ended and he knew nothing. So he wanted to make him realize that he made a mistake, he was at fault, he wasted his time. So his teacher said that every day you had an excuse. So students, you also have excuse someday or that I am not going to prepare this chapter today, I'll go and prepare it tomorrow. So every day the next day was the option. So here Franz also did the same thing. Every day he used to give the excuse that next day is going to do, but now he is not having that opportunity to study, and at the end he knew nothing. So here the teacher makes him understand that, he makes him realize that he had wasted his time. Coming on to the next page. Now you see where we have come out. That's the great trouble with Alzac. She puts off learning till tomorrow. Now those fellows out there will have the right to say to you, how is it you pretend to be Frenchmen and yet you can neither speak nor write your own language? But you are not the worst. Poor little France, we have all a great deal to reproach ourselves. तो यहाँ पे so here the teacher says that all the people of Alzac were to be blamed. Not only you, all the people of Alzac were to be blamed. Why they are to be blamed? As no one was serious towards learning. Nobody took learning seriously, to know about the language seriously. He also tells the class that the enemies, that is the Prussians, who will laugh at them, and they always laughed at them, and they will say that as a Frenchman they don't know their language, they can neither speak nor write their own language. He says that French should not feel guilty as everyone is at a fault. तो यहाँ पे टीचर बताता है कि फ्रेंच तुम्हें नहीं आता है कोई बात नहीं है, लेकिन इसके लिए सब जिम्मेदार हैं. किसी ने भी पढ़ाई को या अपने लैंग्वेज को इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं दी, और आज सब लोग एक मिस्टेक पर हैं. उन्होंने सब ने अपने समय को बर्बाद किया, और कुछ समय बाद हमारे जो दुश्मन हैं, प्रशियंस हैं, वो हमें टीज़ करेंगे, हमें छेड़ेंगे, हमें पूछेंगे कि आप फ्रेंचमैन हैं लेकिन फिर भी आपको अपनी भाषा नहीं आती, ना बोलनी आती है ढंग से, ना लिखनी आती है. तो इसके लिए सिर्फ फ्रांस को ही नहीं, हम सबको जिम्मेदार होना चाहिए, और हम सबको अपनी गलती को मानना चाहिए. हम लोग की गिल्ट है, हमें अपनी गिल्टी, हम लोग सब गिल्टी हैं, हम लोग सब गलती पर हैं. सो यहाँ पे हेमेल जो हैं फ्रांस को एटीज़ करते हैं और सबको उसके लिए ज़िम्मेदार ठहराते हैं, केवल हेमेल को नहीं ठहराते. कमिंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट पेज. योर पेरेंट्स वर नॉट एंशियस इनफ टू हैव यू लर्न. They preferred to put you to work on farm or at the mills so as to have a little more money. And I have been to blame also. Have I not often sent you to water my flowers instead of learning your lessons? And when I wanted to go fishing, did I not just give you a holiday? Then from one thing to another, Hamel went on to talk of French language, saying it was most beautiful. So here the teacher is blaming everyone. He says that when I used to ask your parents to ask your parents to prefer for studies, they simply preferred to put you on work. They wanted you to work on the farms because they were not interested in teaching you or in making you learn. They were not interested in getting him educated. Rather, they wanted Franz to work on the farm or mill so that he can earn lots of money. He again says that as a teacher, he was also not interested in teaching them. Here he blames himself also, that he was also not interested in teaching them. Sometimes he would send them to their home to water the plants. Sometimes he would declare a holiday. So he was also not serious enough. So all these things the teacher was explaining to them. So here the importance of language is explained by the teacher, and here one more thing, one more the message the teacher wants to give to all, that they should respect their language, because respecting our language, learning or reading our language, knowing our language saves one from slavery. And everyone should again be guilty of the mistake they have done by not reading or by not educating themselves when the opportunity was there. So students, this was the second part. In next part we will complete the chapter.